Hello, hello. I think I'm live. I'm playing around with some different streaming services just to kind of test things out and see if I want to go in a different direction with things. But I wanted to pop on live. I have a lot coming up, and I wanted to make sure that you guys are aware of what I have coming up. And also, I have this newer deck. I pulled these in my weekly energy reading yesterday. They're called the Guides of the Hidden Realms. And I'm just like so drawn to this deck right now and feel like I want to pull a couple of cards from it as well to add to the collective messages that we covered yesterday. If you didn't catch my weekly energy reading yesterday, make sure that you catch that. It's full of important messages. Those are all about helping you to understand what's happening in the collective energy and how you can best navigate it, how we can make the most of it so that we are not only mastering the week, but mastering our life. So important stuff right there. Make sure you check it out on my Facebook or on my YouTube channel. I wanted to highlight, first of all, a couple of things that I have coming up this week, starting with tomorrow. I did a whole video on this last week, so if you didn't catch it, make sure you check it out. I have the event is called Quantum Fractal Energy Mandala Session, and it is a session for my Clarity by Christy members. So it's happening in my membership, and I have invited Keith Allen Kay into my membership, and he is just pure magic. And I'm really excited to have him share with you some of the things that I have experienced in my private session with him, but also in a session that we did as a group at an event that I attended back at, I think it was the end of April. And it was just absolutely incredible. I've been sharing how it helps so much with this frozen shoulder that I've been dealing with and helping that to progress. And I just left there feeling like I was filled up with love and filled up with light. And it's really helped to not only stir up some things in my life that I needed to deal with and clear them out, but just helped to support me in the path that I'm going on. So really beneficial. It's very difficult to explain, but we essentially are going to be doing a session for the collective within my membership. And by the way, my membership is only $9.99 a month. So that is your ticket to attend. You can check it out live. You can check it out on the replay. And if you want to sign up to the membership just for that and then cancel afterwards, you're welcome to do that as well. But I have almost 3 years worth of content in there. So you might want to stick around, poke around, see what I have for you. It's all things intuition, metaphysical, spiritual, personal development. So I think that for the people that work with me, it's all the kinds of things that we love and we need. And I built it to be the tools that we need for doing life, for navigating this journey that we have here. So definitely check that out, claritybychristy.com. I think that I attached it to this video, but if not, I'll make sure that I share that below. But I've had this experience with him, and what he does is he takes and creates these holograms that are essentially magical art, is what I'm going to call them. They are created with sacred geometry, they are created with intention, and they're used, I think in this case, it's going to be used in the background of the session to teach our energy fields, to entrain our energy fields to match the vibration of the energies that are coming through. So there's healing that's happening, there's growth that's happening, there's development that's happening. So I wanted to share that. And not only is Keith coming into my membership tomorrow at 5:15 p.m. Eastern, he is also going to be coming back to New York in July. I will share the event for that as well. There's a page for that for you can join both of the events or one of the events. I believe the first one is like the 18th and 19th of July, and then maybe the weekend after that is the next one. I'll make sure that I share that, but you are going to want to check that out if you're looking for an in-person experience. So that's that. So if you want to check that out, would love to have you live. We're going to create an energy together, and to have you there live will be a really powerful part of the experience. The next thing that I have is actually coming up this Saturday. So this Saturday, I have my Reiki Masterclass. This is for those of you who are able to attend in person, those of you who have attended Reiki classes with me before, or maybe you haven't, but you're just feeling called to do the Reiki Masterclass. If you already have received your certification in Reiki level 1 and 2, that is this Saturday. I'm going to be closing the membership out, or the registration out, I mean, probably tomorrow. So make sure you get registered if you want to jump in on that. I would love to see you there. There's still a couple of spots left, so would love to see you there. The next thing, and these are some exciting things that we have coming up. So many of you know Nicole Eaton. I have worked with Nicole Eaton when I started doing this work. We were doing this work together before she moved to North Carolina, and we love to do things together. And we recently had, back in February, our Quantum Glow Up retreat. We had that in Orlando, Florida, and it was just incredible. I wasn't sure, to be honest, how it was going to go. I had confidence in myself and in my ability to help people because I do it all the time. But at the same time, I had never done a retreat before. And quite frankly, we're just powerful together. And so that experience was one of the most fulfilling experiences of my life. And it became really clear, like, absolutely, this is something I'm meant to be doing. I want to be doing. And so it was like, okay, so when's the next retreat going to be? And we started to get on that. So we have a place booked. We are in process of preparing to share the links with all of you so that you can sign up for this retreat. That's going to be coming up October 4th through October 6th. And that's going to be in Orlando. Again, the place that we have to stay in is absolutely incredible. It's going to be a really amazing experience. I hope for those of you who, there was a lot of you that were like, oh my gosh, I really wanted to go to that last one. I'm sad that I missed out. So save the date and get right on it when registration opens, because I think that this is going to fill up relatively fast. We did end up selling out the last one, and I think that we're going to sell out this one too. So we have that. We also together, again, me and Nicole together, we just want to be working together. So we are going to be on July 8th offering glow up sessions together. So this is something that we haven't done before. It's only something that we've offered to the people who attended our retreat before, but we're going to be doing sessions together. And so it'll be similar to the work that she and I do individually, where we are leading you through the things that you're wanting to work on, where we're connecting with intuitive messages, where we are helping you to work on whatever it is that you need to help to get you from where you are to where you want to be. But we look at things from really different perspectives. We bring in really different energies. And so it's going to be a powerful thing. We're going to have the link up for that for you to get yourself set up with an appointment very, very soon. So watch out for that too. I think that, and if any of you are like, I want in on the retreat, I want in on these sessions, and I want to be first on the list, just shoot me a message and I will make sure that we contact you privately when this stuff comes out so that you have access to that, or get yourself signed up for my email listing, because I'm going to be sharing the most stuff there. I can put the link below for that too. So I have a lot of stuff coming up and I'm excited to share it with all of you, but let's pull a couple of oracle cards. If you caught my messages yesterday, lots of magic that's happening here. And in this oracle deck, both of the cards were about magic. We're about trusting. We're about paying attention to the magic that's showing up in your world. We talked about setting intentions and watching for those intentions every single day, watching for evidence that those intentions have either developed or are in process of developing. And I think that this is a really powerful thing for us to be doing right now. But let's build on those messages and just see what else we have here. And I'm sorry with this, I don't know how to see the comments, unfortunately. So I don't know. That's one of my complaints about this. So I might not go with this streaming service, but we'll see. Oh, we're gonna do 3. We're gonna do 3 because that's what I'm hearing. Okay, so the first card. Gratitude is dreaming. Gratitude is dreaming, right? This is beautiful. So it says the manifesting power of gratitude, the law of praise. And I was just talking about this yesterday, how it's so important that we're taking our time to acknowledge all the things that have happened for us already and to acknowledge these little moments of magic. There's so many little moments of magic that are happening right now. And so to acknowledge them, to say thank you, to feel appreciation, to feel gratitude, because what this does is it creates more of the very thing that you want. So gratitude is a really beautiful thing. And by the way, it just feels really good. Have you ever caught yourself just spontaneously feeling grateful, right? That's my favorite kind of gratitude, right? Because it doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel like we're doing it for some purpose. It's just like we just feel it. And that's my favorite. And it's something that I work on to allow to flow through me more and more, because I want to be grateful in this world. That's so important. But have you ever caught yourself doing that and just thinking about what has happened for us, how lucky we are, the beautiful things that have happened, these beautiful moments? My kids are so funny. They're like little Sour Patch Kids, right? And they were home with each other last night before I got home, and decided, I'm not sure why, to microwave some marshmallows. Right. I don't know why. I don't know why, but it doesn't surprise me. So they decided they were going to microwave some marshmallows and made like this goop. And I think that maybe they knew that I was going to challenge them a little bit with that. So one of them took the marshmallow goop and they made a heart so that it created like this dried marshmallow heart. And he put a little note with it. And he said something along the lines of, Mom, this heart is to let you know that I love you no matter how much mischief that I make. And I just felt so much gratitude in that moment. I wasn't grateful that I had to clean up the marshmallow mess and they put some in the freezer. There was a lot happening, but I was grateful for that. And that meant everything that he took the time to do that. And so that was like my spontaneous moment of gratitude. But can we lean into it? Because we're creating more and more incredible things when we let ourselves be grateful. The next card says the consequence of fear. The consequence of fear. And it says contraction, the frequency of fear, self-fulfilling prophecies. And I was also talking about this in my reading yesterday, where I was saying that we want to be really mindful. I feel like we're creating so much right now, which is an incredible thing, unless you are in a loop of negative thoughts, of expecting the worst, of expecting things to not work out, of whatever it is that feels like it's filled with fear. And so can we be really intentional in catching ourselves allowing so much of this fear to come through? Can we be really intentional with that? And can we also choose to let that go? Can we choose to lean into hope? Can we choose to lean into ease? We've been talking about that a lot lately. So this is something that we want to be doing, is releasing that fear, right? And I see that word, the word that stands out to me a lot is contraction, right? So what are we giving birth to? And well, if you've ever been in labor, I gave birth to 2 babies. It can be a little scary, right? And when we're giving birth to something, that can be scary. So are these the contractions? I know for a fact that our earth is going through contractions. It is birthing something new and beautiful. It is birthing new earth. And so we're feeling those contractions on an earthly level. And are you feeling those contractions in your life? I would love to hear from you guys. What are you creating? What is happening for you? What are you giving birth to? And how are the contractions showing up? What does that look like for you? And then the last card that we have is serenity out of exile. So we go from fear to serenity. And how important is that? And it says exhale, surrender, radical acceptance. Now, radical acceptance, this is a tough one for me, for other people. This is something I've had to teach myself a lot about. I think there's a book that's I think it's called that, Radical Acceptance, that I love. Tosha Silver, I love all of the things that she has written. I think that she's just an incredible teacher on surrender, on letting go, on trusting that it's going to lead us exactly where it needs to be led, and that we are being led where we need to be led, right? So part of that surrender is in saying, you know what, I'm not going to sit here and feel afraid. I'm not going to perseverate on this. I'm not going to get stuck in this energy. I'm going to choose to surrender. I'm going to choose to hand it up. I'm going to choose to flow with wherever this current is leading me. And that can be not only one of the most empowering things, but one of the most freeing things. Because if you're somebody, and I've been there many, many times, I can see the comments, sorry. But if you are someone who has been in a place where you are fighting against the energy, where you are swimming against the current, where you are in all of your stubbornness, right? Fighting against where that current wants to go, where the direction that things are flowing, you know how exhausting it is. And so you know that when you finally stop fighting and you just let the current carry you where it needs to carry you, how much of an exhale that is. And so can we allow the exhale? Can we allow the flow? I think that this can carry us to some really beautiful things. Set your intentions. We want to be intentional, right? But then we want to accept and allow and flow with the way that things are unfolding, trusting that there's a higher plan here. There's a bigger plan in all of this. And it's really amazing. So yeah, really, really cool. Hi, nice to see you here, Renee. And I'm just excited where we're going. I think there's some things clicking in right now. Are things clicking in for you guys right now? Things are happening. I've come a long way in the last month. I had to kind of go into some shadows and some heaviness and some darkness and some healing to be able to get here. But I feel like some things are really lifting and it's exciting. And it is like the sun is coming out. And it is like the rainbows after the storm and the promise of all of the beautiful blessings that we have available to us here on earth. There's a lot of challenge, but there's a lot of good too. And I think that if we can just allow it to unfold and to trust in our higher power, we're always being led in the right direction. So let your intuition guide you. Let that flow guide you. You will find your way. I promise. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know. I would love to see some of you at some of these things that we have going on. Send me a message if you want more information, and we will chat soon.